welcome or welcome back to my channel. Give me a second. Let me reintroduce myself. What is up, guys? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. So, with this, so y'all could see me and hear me clearly. So I'm going to be doing more of the world psychic world predictions for April 2025. But please keep in mind, this could be energy's fluid. So this could be past, present, or future. So we're going to start off with Justin Bieber, okay? Because somebody asked me to do a reading on Justin Bieber. So I'm going to timestamp this at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and I'll briefly talk about him. These are the main things that I see. Hey, how are you? I'm going to put it far. It's like it's too close to my face. Okay. Let me move it this way. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Can you guys hear me clearly? I could tell. Yeah. All right, so Justin Bieber, you guys, somebody asked me to do like an update on him, and there's a few things that I see for Justin Bieber. I do feel like he could be, or he is going through some financial issues. I do see that April could be a better month for him when it comes to finances. His mental health, though, is still at a stalemate where his mental health is up and down. I did write down that there's also, this is kind of tea because I wrote down a lot of information. Yeah, he is going through it. I do feel like he could be planning a move, and it looks like something about like going towards the west. I'm sorry, going towards east, but staying like in a place could be like Texas, Utah, Nevada. There could be a place that he moves that could be in those states. Also do see that Justin Bieber could possibly go to like a retreat around that area, possibly like some type of religious ceremony, maybe in those places. I know he is Christian. Y'all know I don't follow Justin Bieber, okay? But we're gonna go into the tea with Justin Bieber. I do see his mental health is going to be going up and down, and I do feel like his marriage to Hailey Bieber is up on the rocks. So I do feel like there is going to be either a separation or a break period where he's going to be distant from her. And I also do think that they are trying to work on their marriage. Oh, live in calm states? Okay, see, maybe those states could be significant because I was getting Utah, Nevada, New Mexico, Texas, Nebraska, something about the Midwest or that place could be significant. Hey, Kelly. Yeah, I'm honestly like, I do think that there is going to be, yeah, Kim came back from the grave. So he is going to, I do feel like there's going to be a scandal or a rumor coming out about his sexuality, because I do feel like when I did a reading on him yesterday, I kept pulling something about like a deep relationship with someone of the same sex. So he's going to connect to someone that, is a male. This male could be a water sign. It is not Diddy, okay? It could be somebody who's older than him, somebody who's very emotional, somebody who could also be spiritual. However, I do feel like there is going to be rumors about him and this person, because I did get the Hierophant reversed with the Six of Swords. So this person could be at a distance. They could have different backgrounds. This is something unconventional, and there's going to be rumors about this person. This person could also be an artist, but I feel like this person, there's going to be a rumor about their sexuality is what I'm seeing here, okay? So could be within the next, I want to say about May could be significant. His relationship with Hailey is going to be on the rocks, okay? I do think that there's going to be a moment where they go on a vacation to try to salvage their connection, but he's gonna either walk away from her, or there's gonna be like some type of story coming out where he could be lashing out while on a vacation with her, and it could lead to him either wanting to separate or walk away. But I don't again, it's like the separation energy is kind of up in the air. I'm not saying they're going to divorce this year, but I definitely do think that is on his mind. Okay. Yeah. He's also going to need to cleanse his energy because he needs to go near water as well because he has a lot of negative energy, Justin Bieber. So he needs to make sure he cleanses himself. I do think he has a lot of evil eye. I also do think that there is spiritual work done on his connection with Hailey Bieber, which is why there's a lot of problems. So he needs spiritual guidance. But I also do see that he is going to maybe start getting crystals, maybe get into more spirituality. I know he is Christian and he is spiritual, but he may start to be more like really into like that type of stuff. He could incorporate it with Christianity. Okay. I do think November is going to be a good month for him when it comes to his career. And like I said, April, he's going to either announce something or he's going to do something with a particular person. Um, so somebody did ask me, yeah, they do magic. Yeah. I don't think it's particularly him that does witchcraft, but there is somebody that is multiple people. It's not just one person. It's many people that have done witchcraft on him. Let me put this a little closer. Sorry, I'll need to adjust it. Justin Bieber also is going to go through a period where his mental health, like I said, is going to be up and down. And I do think he is going to go through a period where he is going to get paranoid. I don't know if he's ever been diagnosed with bipolar, schizophrenia, or some type of manic episode that he's going to have, where he's going to also feel like people are against him, which ties into maybe him possibly even getting hospitalized. Allegedly. Okay, I'm not saying he is bipolar, schizophrenic, but there was something about psychosis, and he is a Pisces sun. So Pisces suns tend to, be in fantasies. I do think that he is an escapist and he does suppress a lot of his emotions. So that's something that maybe therapy, I don't know. I'm sure he's gone to therapy. I wouldn't doubt it, but I feel like there's something more underneath that he has yet to it hasn't been diagnosed is what I feel. He has schizophrenia? I'm going to go to that in a second because I wanted to talk. I did mention that before, like few lives back, and I was going to talk about that. Remember, I said his mental health, and I told you there was something about water. I still see that happening where he's going to either overdose on something and they might find him passing out. He may not pass away that time, but I do think he will pass away eventually. So the one I'm seeing could be an attempt where he does substances is what I was going to talk about next. And he is a bit paranoid because he feels like people could be against him. And I do see that he is going to be found near water, maybe in a tub. Okay. Or maybe he is in bed or something. But I remember I did say I saw him like prancing around the room and he didn't have a shirt on. So hold on, let me make sure my mic didn't fall. Let me see. Sorry. Hopefully, somehow imagine I was talking was off. Yeah, he will, but I don't see it. They might find it him like an attempt, or he may. Let me see what you're saying. See, I didn't know that he was diagnosed with schizophrenia. He's gonna pass. Is he gonna pass this year? It's kind of up in the air. I would say within a year from now, so could maybe be 2026 that he passes away. I do think that there is going to be a moment where, like I said, he is found overdose or something. I don't think he was diagnosed with bipolar schizophrenia. Yeah, I know he has a disease, but I don't think he's ever been diagnosed as schizophrenic. This is something that I feel he doesn't know about, or people don't know about it, or psychosis or something. That's something that I'm picking up on very strongly with Justin Bieber's energy. So I don't think that's something that hasn't happened yet. So if he was diagnosed with bipolar, he may have something else that he's not aware of. But it's something psychological. It's not like Yeah, Lyme disease, but it's something pertaining to his. I don't. Yeah, he has bipolar, but he's not schizophrenic. I don't think. But something is going to come out where his mental people are going to, he's going to find out he has some type of psychosis. He may even start to get paranoid around his wife. Okay, and as a father, he does love his child. He does love his. I believe he has a son, right? He is a good father. He does love his kid, and a lot of the issues people want to always kind of make it seem like, oh, is it because of his child? Like, yeah, he can still have issues and love his child. The issue is not him being a parent. He loves being a dad. It's just he has already personal issues from childhood. So it doesn't really matter if, him being a parent. He wants to be a good parent, but he struggles with his own things, his own vices. Okay. But November could be a good month for Justin Bieber, November of this year, if he does make it, like I said, allegedly. Um, there's also a third party in his relationship with Haley, which I don't think is shocking. Okay, so Justin Bieber, there is a third party. This is the son. He doesn't want his son in the industry. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I was getting that he does love his child, but the issues are with him. So he is a good father. I do feel he is a present father, but he also is going to go through a period where he is going to be hospitalized, or he's going to go to some type of rehabilitation center, is what I'm seeing. Okay, maybe this could be in those states, the Midwest, but it could be pertaining to like therapy, meditation, religion, or a place where he wants to escape, basically. I don't know too if animals could be significant. Like he may go to a zoo, or there may be maybe something about Australia could be significant for Justin Bieber coming up in the next few months. So that's what I see for him. This is just a general for what I see near future. Of course, I could do another reading later to go more into it, but I'll probably pre-record it because yeah. So let's go on to the world predictions. Oh yeah, I do see him also staging himself. He needs to cleanse himself. Whether you're Christian or not, people can spiritually send you spells. He has a lot of evil eye on him. So that's what I'm seeing. So let's go on to the world predictions. So right now I'm not doing the yes nos. I'm just doing the world predictions, but I will come back later and do some of those. What a 1311. Okay. Should I talk for like, whew. Yeah, there's going to be though could be a possible separation though with him, or a break period with his wife. Okay. So let's go on to the world predictions. We'll start at 14 minutes. Let me put this shit further. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. I was watching this Jamaican documentary yesterday. White Jamaicans. It was funny. They're like bomba waskla, oh, bro. It's funny you see a Jamaican, then they look like me, and they say like, "What's up, man? Hello, man." I'm like, okay, so, okay. So for the world predictions, what I see coming up is okay. So hospitals across the world. So this could be fucking California, China, Japan. It don't matter. But I was seeing mainly the US. A lot of people are going to start to get more sick, and a lot of hospitals. So if you are a medical doctor or you work in healthcare, expect a lot of people to be flooded in the emergency rooms next month. I do see that a lot of people are going to be getting sick, and hospitals are going to be overflooded with patients. I do see that there's also going to be attacks with doctors with patients. So if you are a doctor and a patient is acting irrational, expect to see a lot of weird things in hospitals next month. You know, possibly attacks you consider an attack, or even in certain clinics, small clinics could also experience this. Okay. I also do see that there is going to be a lot of layoffs in hospitals next month, but it's certain things that are going to happen where a lot of doctors are going to be resignating, or they're going to find out that their position is changed. Some people may get fired unexpectedly and they don't know it yet. And they're not going to really tell these people. So it's going to be a big shock. This could be nurses, doctors. I also do see a lot of two dual doctors coming up next month, where it may get to a point where doctors are going to have to either have another doctor around them to handle the amount of patients. So it's not going to just, it's like giving like two primary doctors for certain hospitals, where there's going to be two physicians being present, or maybe there's a switch with these two like physicians where someone may have to, you know, switch a position as well, as what I'm seeing. Um, People are going to be a lot of weird things. I also do see that there is going to be something with oxygen tanks where they're going to have to remove them, or they're going to be maybe some type of like, how do I say it? Where they're going to have to like, there's going to be a malfunction with oxygen tanks, or the hospitals are going to either be on a shortage with them, where they're going to have to, it's giving me like a shortage, but then I see some people having trouble breathing. So possibly certain toxins could be found in oxygen tanks. And then I'm saying that I'm kind of having trouble breathing. So also the air in the hospitals, maybe something about the air or the AC, or they may find like, I don't know if it's carbon monoxide, or there's some gases or airborne things in hospitals where a lot of people are going to have to wear masks again. Doctors will also, you're going to see a lot of doctors also having doctors. And what I say that is a lot of doctors are going to be getting sick as well. And a lot of doctors are going to maybe call off for work, or they may mysteriously, you know, get sick, or maybe the other thing, you know. But that's what I see. Confirmation. I see also a lot of this could be due to like countries in Europe, or there's like a blonde. Y'all remember how in Germany with Hitler, how there was a World War II, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed propaganda. That's going to be something that comes out next month with certain places, where maybe you'll find out maybe certain like places with it'd be like a weird energy of maybe certain people still having privileges due to just having, you know, features, lighter features that is going to make people kind of realize that some countries are still outdated with certain beliefs. But even places in America, yeah, you could say it's racism, but I feel like it's a blonde haired, blue eyed propaganda, or this could even be against that as well. That's something that I'm seeing. I see attack on a Japanese politician. So this could be an assassination attempt, a gun, a knife attack. I also do see a mysterious outbreak in Japan. So again, hospitals in Asia. Okay, get my drift. There's going to be a lot of shutdowns with airports and worldwide. This could be due to cyber attacks, weather conditions. Some places may not tell the public what's going on until later on, but I feel like it could be due to like cyber attacks, cyber hackings on planes, um, places where you get your passport, places where even USPS, postal services, when it comes to getting your passport, there could be cyber attacks on places. Also, maybe even the DMV, where they could be like identity theft, or maybe the system could be malfunctioning, and there's something about where people will also be compensated for this as well. So if you have a delayed flight, or you have malfunction where it's out of your control, I do feel like you will be compensated. I also said this last week, not last week, I think 3 weeks ago, how there's going to be a lot of laws in America or around the world that are going to be coming to light. So secret laws coming out that were made that people didn't know about. So basically, like, let's just say I'm President Trump and I make a law and I don't tell nobody. And we make a law, an agreement in secret, right? You know how with Trump and Putin and they made this agreement and it's all publicized. There's a lot of things that the media won't show you, of course, obviously, and things that they lie and twist. So there's a lot of things that already happened in March that are happening right now that are going to be revealed in April. So this could be around the world where they're going to basically, there's things that people, laws that were made in secret that they did not tell the public. Let me make sure my mic is on. Okay. Sorry, y'all. So that's going to be coming out. I see shifts in power coming out in April. I was going to say November. Maybe November could be significant, but I see shifts in power with certain politicians. This could be in Europe. This could be anywhere around the world. But I do think that it could even be particularly in South America. Maybe certain politicians, I want to say presidents, but it could be like maybe something pertaining to like people in office. This could even be countries like Salvador, Colombia, Venezuela. So I'm seeing those countries specifically, but it's going to be multiple places, even Europe. What about the hurricane towards me? I'll get to that in a second. Let's see. I'll answer it now. So the Atlantic Ocean, I believe that's where New York City is located, right? So there is, I think it's Atlantic Ocean. The ocean there, they will have hurricane weather could be coming, but I feel like it could be happening around, I want to say like possibly April to July, that I see that energy of a hurricane energy around New York City. Yeah, between May to July. So yeah, I'm just thinking, 'cause I'm seeing certain things. I'll get back to that in a few. I'll explain more what I'm seeing, but yeah, even like the Statue of Liberty could be closed down or flooded, where there's going to be water on, not on, but like in the premises of the Statue of Liberty, and also Ellis Island could be hit, where they're gonna have to close those places. And I also did see that I did see like a fire on the Crown in Staten Island. Staten Island, the Statue of Liberty. Staten Island could also be a place too that experiences advisory with closures on bridges, roads. But I did say that I do see a fire also on the Statue of Liberty on like the Crown. It almost kind of reminds me of that movie. Do you guys remember that movie? It was called The Day After Tomorrow or some shit. Remember how New York, the water went in the it went in New York City. There will be certain floods in New York City. It won't be like anything like that degree where everything is flooded, but yeah, I do see floods in New York City. Um, they could also possibly have issues with the sewage system already. I don't know if that they have already issues with pipelines or issues with water being. You know how when it rains, the waters In California, you know how we have that thing where the waters hit under the ground and it goes to the ocean, right? There may be clogs with that when this happens, where water won't able to go through, or it'll get too much where it starts to flood around certain areas in New York City. Um, so that's what I'm seeing. So yeah, it could be between May to July. Also could be, I also do see something about fall season too. So that's also places that I'm seeing, or time frames. That happens in Florida. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing when I'm looking into the energy. Um, yeah, I'm seeing like floods where like the drainage is going to be clogged, and it's going to cause things to go up. The water to be in parks. Like, what is that park called? That famous one in New York City? Y'all know which one I'm talking about? The one that is famous, it's in that Sex and the City show. I was gonna say Griffith Park, but I'm in LA. That's the park we have here. Kelly, do you know what I'm talking about? Central, yes. Brain fart. Central Park. Yeah. Also, the Hudson River could experience major floodings where the water could be going up. And I believe the Hudson goes all the way from New Jersey to which states? When I went to New Jersey, I had family there. We went through the Hudson River. I think it goes all the way towards even New York, I think. I honestly don't know. But I do see the Hudson River also being affected due to hurricanes. So it's going to be flooded, where the water is going to rise and it's going to seep onto properties, areas where it's close to it, obviously. New York City is also going to have a vehicle ramming attack coming up, where, if you guys don't know what that is, it's when a car drives into a group of people. So that could be coming up as well. Also, Times Square, you know how it has all that shit where it has all the stuff. I feel like that place could also have like maybe even cyber hacks or um, glitches in the Times Square where it could lead to blackouts, or the signs get like glitchy due to hacks or maybe a malfunction in the system, but also power outages, also due to hurricanes as well in New York City. But not just New York City, it's going to be all over, back east, Boston, parts of New Jersey, parts of Rhode Island, parts of Connecticut, even. So, yeah. So, back to the predictions. Well, that still was a prediction, but you know what I mean. Um, I see a lot of like hospitals being exposed, like I said before, with like hospitals, people getting sick. A lot of psychiatric hospitals are going to be under exposure not this month, coming into April, where abusive patients will be known. And it's not shocking. We already know in these places that happens, but a lot of places are going to be called out. Um, I also do see that there is going to be a psychiatric patient escaping a hospital. Could be a state hospital. Due to, and you're going to see it's due to like neglection of staff and neglection of being able to secure and have, control of patients. But I do see that there is um, a lot of places around the world, especially in the US. What's up now, gang? That is going to have that happening. So yeah, allegations coming out, exposures, even places being sued, closed down. That's what I'm seeing. So Earthquakes I'm seeing coming up is India, could be a 5.0 to a 5.1. Malaysia slash Myanmar, 4.5 to a 4.3 to a 4.5. Chile, 5.7 to a 6.5. Um, China as well. I do see an earthquake in China, and I'm going to talk about the Great Wall in a second. But the China is going to have an earthquake. Could be like a 5 point. I want to say a 5.5 to a 5 point to a 6.5. So it may not be a 5.7. Could be a 5.5. Yeah, I said that before that New York City is going to have an earthquake. It's not going to be a big earthquake. Could be like a 4.3 to a 4.7. But, for places like New York City, that's pretty big because it's not very common. So, yeah. New Jersey is going to continue to have earthquakes. The one in New York City could happen in April or May. But this is also just to tell you guys that there is a hurricane coming too. And even the birds in New York City, the crows, the pigeons, people are going to start to notice. So you guys may start to notice birds in certain areas or birds acting strange. Even birds, I'm seeing birds flying in subways underground where birds are going to be in there. And it's a very, very weird, I don't know why I just got that right now, but that could correlate to what's coming up for New York City. Yeah, like birds. And I know there are birds that go in subway stations, but a lot of birds are going to be under there. Even in subway trains where they may have birds coming in, or it's going to be a very weird thing going on in New York City, but also in places like New Jersey and also subways across America. I also do see a dragon turtle being discovered, okay, or a dragon turtle sighting in China. But this could also be AI, so expect to see something AI related or a sighting of a dragon turtle, which is, I think it's in the Chinese mythology, but there may be someone that has a sighting of that creature, okay. Ramon Ayala, that Mexican artist, I do see that he is going to have a mysterious breakout where he could be sick. I know he's going on tour, and I know I did a reading on him before, but I do see he's going to have some type of mysterious outbreak. Okay. If you are a psychic or you have, you predict or you have a podcast, expect more people to come out in April doing psychic podcasts. A lot of people, even people like Ethan, and what's that lady's name? His wife, Hila, Hila or Hyla, Trisha Paytas, people like that, like Logan Paul podcasts, where a lot of psychics or people that are spiritual are going to be on there, or they're going to be a new community with certain spiritual people. Where if you are spiritual and you have a podcast, April is going to be like a month where you guys start to see certain things. Also, if you do, like I said, things on YouTube, that could be significant, or you're going to have a lot of more people having prophecies or people coming out with prophetic visions, prophetic messages. And it could be tying into celebrities, or these people could possibly be connecting towards the community with celebrities. So podcast or actors, Hollywood, shit like that. Um, let's see. I see I think it's called the Pisa, the Isla Pisa, that one, the monument in Italy where it's tilted. I do see that it's moving, and it could be due to erosion or disposition in the earth. So there's going to be something coming out about it moving. There could also be an earthquake near that area in Italy, but don't be surprised if like you see some it start to move, or there could be an article coming out about it moving. So each year, places move, right, due to erosion, disposition, earthquakes, landscape changes. That place is going to be like it's moving. It keeps moving, 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 which is very interesting. There's also a lot of like worms, earthworms under that statue that could be discovered. Let's see. I see a lot of ice machines malfunctioning as well. So ice machines could be acting funny in hospitals or in buildings where people work. And like I said, a lot of changes with nurses, hospitals, shifts being changed. So like I said before, a lot of changes are going to be happening in hospitals. But a lot of these things are going to be last minute notices or things that people don't see coming. Hi, Paula. Anything on the volcano eruption in New Jersey? Probably it's going to erupt soon. Um, I do see that there is going to be like activities where I want to say like it'll be like an eruption per se, but I do see there is going to be a lot of activities. And if there is an eruption, it's not going to be anything like super detrimental to the population. Anything about the UK? Did I talk about the UK? I will in a bit. Anything on the volcano eruption? I do see an eruption could happen this year. You know, if that is considered soon, right? Because sometimes spirit soon could mean so many things, right? It could be years. But I do see activity, definitely. But before that happens, there is going to be an earthquake. And it could be like a 4.5, 4.3. So around that area, there's going to be a lot of earthquake activities. And that's going to be a big sign. So how you'll know when it's going to happen is you're going to see a lot of earthquakes. So yeah. What area is the earthquake? Is it in northern New Jersey? Where is it at exactly? Is it North New Jersey or where? Roots and Hill. Where's that? Is that North or South Jersey? But there's going to be a lot of earthquakes near Roots and Hill. So before that happens, a lot of 4 point magnitude earthquakes. Wantage Township, Sussex County. Oh, okay. Hey, Marks, how are you? So yeah. Oh, okay. So there's also, remember I said there's going to be vehicle attacks in New York City, like a vehicle ramming attack. I also do see one in California, the UK, the UK. Um, you know what's interesting? I also do see that there's going to be a railway, and it may not happen right now, but you know how to go from England to Ireland, take um you have to take a ferry, right? Because it's an island, right? In the future, I don't know when, but there's gonna be. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, could y'all hear me? I was saying that in the UK, that there is going to be a vehicle ramming attack. Also in California, um, like I said, New York City. I also see Hungary, the country Hungary, and maybe even France could experience that. But I also was saying how I do see that there is going to be a train being built on the water connecting to Ireland and England. So if you guys know, you guys have to travel from London to I don't know where, I'm not in the UK, but you have to go from there. You take a ferry, a boat to those areas, and I do see that there is going to be a railway being built in the future. Not right now, but they're going to talk about it, where they're going to have a train being built on the ocean. But I do see there's also going to be ship sinkage in the UK around the ocean. Oh, really? Wow. Today? That's crazy. What time? Shit. Because y'all are, wait, 8 hours ahead. What time did it happen? It's 2:05. I'm in California, so. Um, a lot of protests. A lot of protests in the UK as well, like Ireland. I do see that there is going to be a cathedral fire as well in the UK. It could be Ireland. I feel like it's Ireland, like a church fire. Lunchtime. Oh wow, shit, that's crazy. Oh, did anyone pass away? I even think I said that before, and then I was picking that up again when I was writing down my notes 2 days ago. Also, do see North Carolina in America could experience that incident with a car. Um, and they do believe, I believe, have a festival coming up. So even festivals could experience that. Girl, after this live, I'm gonna go try. I'm gonna type it in. Like I'm like, that's crazy. Hopefully, no one passed away. I also do see that there is going to be a lot of attacks on military grounds. Oh, I don't think we've gotten any updates on that here. Yeah, I want to check. I want to check so bad. Hold on. I want to see. Give me 1 second. Interesting. I haven't seen any update. Hmm. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, nobody died. Hopefully. Hold on, y'all. I think. Sorry, the mic sounds funny, but it's a little dusty. I need to clean it. There was someone with weapons trying to attack. Yeah, I heard about that one. I heard about that one, and it was I think in Virginia. So that's going to be coming up. Very common if certain even embassies in countries that are going to be very significant. Um, hmm. I also got there's something about a town, and I don't. That just came to me right now. It could be like a town in maybe like Barbados, a town in the Caribbean, Jamaica, or it's hearing like Saints, ST. So sorry about that, y'all. Confirmation. Something about Saints. So Saint Lucia, Tobago, or whatever those places are called. I'm gonna say it like that, but I don't know those countries, but I do see an attack in a town in those areas. Hmm. It could be a parish in the Caribbean. It could be Jamaica. It could be, but the town it has a saint. Either the city or the country has that saint, like Saint Anthony, Saint something, Saint something. Um, I do see areas of France and Romania having a lot of winds, and I see something connected to a nightclub in Romania and France. Could be a fire. Now, I did hear about that there was a fire in Macedonia at a club. So I feel like there's going to be another incident. St. Lucia. Okay. Yeah. It could be St. Lucia. Some country with Saint and some country has a parish. That's what I'm getting. But I do see that there's going to be a nightclub fire again. Could be France or Romania. I also do see a fire due to wind advisories. So yeah, yeah. So wind, a lot of winds, wind in Romania. Um, so I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully that doesn't come to pass. Hopefully that's just energy, right? Because energies could. I don't think energies change, but sometimes it takes time for things to manifest. Hopefully that doesn't manifest, but yeah, yeah. This could be like nightclubs in Europe, but I see France, Romania could be places I see happening next with like fires, clubs, or maybe accidents. I hope it's not like an attack, but could be an attack at a club too. But that's what I'm seeing. When it comes to you talk about the UK, I do see that just came to me right now. But I was getting that there could be hmm, in the future there could be somebody who is like a Jack the Ripper impersonator in the UK. I'm not sure if it's England, Scotland, could be England, and it could also be in the city of London, which is why people would compare this person to the serial killer. There's going to be like a serial killer that is like a Jack the Ripper. However, I feel like this person isn't white. They could be like darker skin, like African American, not African American, but like black African British person, or they could be from another country, but they could have ties to like the Caribbean. So they could be like Jamaican, British Jamaican, or they lived in Jamaica. There's a connection to some of this person connected to the Caribbean and the UK. So either they were born in the UK of that descendants, or they moved from the Caribbean to the UK, something like that. Oh yeah, they're gonna catch this person. Yeah, that's how they're gonna find out about this person's background, because this person is gonna be caught. Yeah, but they could target. It's almost like the LA Ripper. So this person could target prostitutes. Um, but I'm seeing darker skinned women. So this person could be like a different ethnicity. They're not white. They could be, like I said, British born, but have like ancestry from the Caribbean, or they could be from that country, or maybe even in Africa, or they could have a parent from Nigeria or something. But yeah, yeah, they're gonna catch him. He might be in his 20s, maybe he's 25, could be 25 to late 30s. Yeah. Um, that's what I'm getting, y'all. Also, I don't know if it's what season it is in the UK, but UK is going to have another wind, like another snowstorms where there's going to be a lot of snow, heavy rain, like a lot of snow. Because I know here it's spring in California, so I don't know if the seasons in the UK, but I do see a lot of snow in certain areas being hit with a lot of snow. So also there could be alien sightings, like UFO sightings in the UK heavily. Could be northern UK, like northern England, northern Ireland, Scotland. So expect that. There's also going to be a person, and this person could be live in a metropolitan area in the UK, and this person is obsessed with aliens, and this person could be like, this person's weird. This person may attack people or they may scare people, but they dress up as an alien or they believe that they are an alien, so they, I don't know, some weird thing like that. This could even be a group of people too. Around my town, young children was attempted kidnap up till tonight. Wow. And you're in Ireland. Yeah. I need to do a reading on that. I need to look more into that. Like, what's the tea? There'll be UFO sightings, yes. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, you're in England. But didn't you used to live in Ireland, right? Or are you another Paula? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Oh, you live in England. Okay. Yeah, so I have to look into that. Hmm. There's going to be a lot of, speaking about kidnapping, I do feel like there's going to be a lot of like murders or a lot of things of even in a certain estates in the UK where they may find people in houses where they're passed away or there's crime scenes. It's going to be happening in a lot of estates. I don't know where particularly, but I was hearing possibly Manchester, Liverpool. Hmm. Even a woman could like throw her baby out the window in one of these estates or buildings. It looks like a council estate where it's government run, and a woman could possibly offer children. I'm at the rugby stadium. Oh, okay. Also, trains. There's going to be issues with trains in the UK. So, like, possibly train derailments or train accidents. But I do see trains also being an issue. Yeah. Now you're making me think of all these things I'm just thinking right now. Also, I do see that there's going to be a attack. You know what I mean? I can't say it on here. On a bus, and there's also going to be one either near a game stadium when they're playing football, either around the stadium or inside the stadium. So there's going to be a lot of people being more like erratic with their behaviors, and again, this could lead to people acting very like revolutionary with their beliefs, and they may start to do certain things that are crazy. Oh, really? Yeah, maybe even pubs in the UK. There may be like attacks in pubs, people, knife, you know what I mean, in certain pubs in the UK. Could be political reasons, but yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm getting, guys. I just washed my hair earlier. Does anyone have any like good hairspray that could keep your hair in place? I want to spike my hair up, but it's too much work. I could never spike it up because then it just looks funny. So I have it flat. How do I only got 2 likes and I've been on here for almost an hour? I just realized that. I should have like 30 likes. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, guys, that's what I see for these predictions. I'll be back on later today to do more. Later tonight. I mean, so yeah. And you guys can come back and I'll answer your questions. So we can do that as well. So yeah. Alright, guys. I'm gonna go. Hope you guys enjoyed this live. I wish I had a better setup, honestly. Where I could have like a show, literally. Alright, Paula. I love you. And I love everyone that's watching. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.